My friends, I want to say thank you. Since I posted my last video, we have received hundreds and hundreds of emails, messages, comments, and I've read every single one of those. And I want you to know that I am truly moved by what you've said. I feel it. I feel your encouragement, and it has helped carry me through some really heavy days. A lot of you have been asking the same questions, and you deserve answers. So in this update, I want to do several things. First, I want to thank you properly. Second, I want to share a bit more information as clearly as I can to make it understood that this was not something that we caused. And third, I want to show you what we're doing right now and what happens next. Now, I got to say this up front. This is an active legal matter, and because of that, I can't name names or share every single detail. And I know that can be frustrating, but it's just the reality of protecting our position and doing this the right way. I'll say this, though. If I felt like anybody else could be a future victim of this, I would warn them, but I don't think that there's any potential for harm to anyone else going forward. But what I can do is share the facts of what we experienced and what we did immediately after discovering it. Like most small independent tabletop gaming companies, we don't operate our own giant warehouse. We're a small team, and we focus on creating, producing, and building the worlds around our work. And we use fulfillment partners for what most of the industry uses them for: storing inventory, picking orders, packing those orders, and shipping them out to customers. In early December of 2025, roughly 9 weeks ago at the time of shooting this video, I discovered that a major portion of our inventory had been moved, stored, and ultimately sold without our knowledge or authorization. I want to be very clear here. This was not a result of anything anyone on our team did or did not do. Here are the 3 facts that I can plainly say. 1, we owned that inventory. 2, we didn't know about or authorize the transfer or sale of that inventory. 3, we only learned about this after the fact because I noticed things weren't quite adding up, and I kept digging until I found out the truth. Had I not discovered it on my own, I truly believe that we would still be in the dark at this point. When I confirmed what was happening, I immediately insisted that everything remaining in fulfillment warehouses in the United States and Canada be sent to me here in Alabama. That meant pulling inventory off warehouse shelves, moving it thousands of miles, and taking on something that we were originally not built to do. And to be honest, it has been absolutely exhausting. It has pulled us away from future projects. It's pulled us away from development. It's pulled us away from Nocturnus. But we had to take control. We had to secure whatever was left over, and we had to protect the future of this company and our families. Now, I'm going to put this out there for everyone to hear. Today is the bottom. We've all had those stretches in life where it feels like we're in a downward spiral that will never end. But friends, I can honestly tell you it does end, and I'm calling it right now. This is the bottom. From this day forward, we move in a positive direction. We rebuild and we climb. So here we are now, and I want to shift the weight of this conversation for a moment, because something very important has happened. First, all of our remaining inventory is now here. It is safe and it's under our roof. Secondly, in the face of this disaster, we've been able to build our own warehouse operation from scratch in a matter of weeks. shelving, workstations, shipping supplies, systems for picking, packing, and fulfillment. The whole thing. And yes, most importantly, we've even set up a coffee bar. Though everybody at Infinite Black works remotely, putting this warehouse together has been a team effort. Marley, our queen of customer service, has stayed on top of things while I've been basically in the warehouse 24/7. Ken has kept things moving behind the scenes with writing, and Krisha, who's a full-time mom, full-time nurse, has been helping build systems to lighten our load and increase our efficiency. But above all, I have to thank my wife, Elizabeth, and my children. Day in and day out, nights, weekends, holidays, they've dropped everything to be at my side to help me put this warehouse together. My oldest daughter, Natalie, is rapidly becoming our warehouse manager. And even my granddaughter has been helping out in the way she does best. She brings smiles to our faces when we need it the most. This company is so much more than a business. It is a family. And right now, you're seeing that in the most literal way possible. And you know what? Many of you have played an immensely important role too, even though you didn't even know it. As many of you know, Nocturnus Journey to the Tree of Sorrows is our passion project. It's our Eldritch Horror tabletop role-playing game that was set to launch on Kickstarter on February 3rd of this year. These extreme circumstances have forced us to delay that project. Any normal person would be able to cut themselves some slack given the extreme nature of what we've been dealing with. But it isn't that simple for me. I'm a very private person, and this is not easy for me to say, but I'm going to get personal for a minute. I've always had a hard time letting compliments and encouragement sink in. I hear them and I appreciate them. Truly, I do. But I always thought that that is where the feeling ended. I carry a heavy weight of my own creation. Sometimes that weight can be crushing. And it's the weight of expectation. Expectation I put on myself. Expectation that everything has to be done right, done now, and done perfectly. I know it's not healthy, but it's real and it's the reality. But something profound has happened over these past couple of months. The kindness you've shown has done something I honestly didn't think was even possible. You lifted much of that weight off of my shoulders. Not completely, I'm still me, but enough of it that I can breathe again. Enough that I can look forward again. Enough that I can feel hope and focus on the task at hand. And I needed that more than you could possibly know. And from the bottom of my heart, I want you to know that I appreciate that. So what happens next? In the short term, I have some good news. Guys, when the inventory arrived, we found that in many cases, it was a completely unorganized mess. It was just a wreck. And when I say that, I mean boxes just filled with several different products that the label on the box didn't match anything inside it. And so what that means is we've had to go through every single box. And as we've been cracking open these boxes, we've discovered a handful of items that had been reportedly sold out years ago. And we genuinely thought that those were just gone. So now I've been able to create a dedicated resurrection section on our website that everything in that section and the rest of our website for that matter, is in stock, in hand, and ready to ship. And we're still going through and organizing our inventory. So if we find any new items, they'll appear there as well. So keep an eye on it. And I want to address something head on because it's the number one question that we were asked. How can we help? Well, you've already helped, as I've said. But if you want to help even further, the most direct thing you can do is make a purchase on our website. You'll be grabbing something that you wanted and something that we've poured our hearts into, and it will have a direct impact on us as we rebuild. That's the simplest way. But please, do it only if you find something that you want. If you can't, your continued encouragement gives us all the energy and hope that we need. And I have one last thing to share. In a few weeks, we're planning a short, surprise Kickstarter campaign called Doomsday. And I'll say this, the name is not an accident for a variety of reasons. If you want to be the first in line to see things as we reveal them, sign up in the link in the description. But that's all I can say for right now. My friends, thank you for being with us. Thank you for believing in us. And thank you for giving us the strength when we needed it. We're still here, and today is the bottom. And from here, together, we climb.